Hello, we're back. Episode 19. This is the holiday edition. Well, we survived it anyway. Morning.
Episode 19. Oh, we literally started. We're just going to have to mention it.
Oh, sorry. We're still getting over COVID.
Yeah, she's, it might, if we just go for like a test for 10 seconds of video, we might have to just keep stopping so you can get
I'm
through
really
it.
sorry.
Because it's horrible, isn't it? It's been really bad.
Annoying. Yeah. Oh.
Is this the second time you've had COVID?
Third.
Third? Oh,
Well, Anthony reckons I had it even before it was national.
I said that I had that, and I think a lot of people would.
And I wasn't convinced,
agree.
but I think he's right. And then we got it like 2 years later on the hottest day of the year. So it was 39 degrees outside, and both of us had 39-degree temperatures.
Oh, that's a beautiful
We just laid on top
picture.
of the bed going, don't talk to me, don't move, don't breathe, don't do anything. Oh, it was awful. But it took us weeks to get over it.
Do you think it's more difficult as you get older as well? As in,
What are you trying to say? Now I'm 54.
It's me subtly mentioning you just turned 54.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Just different strains, I think, isn't it? How
It could be
yeah,
age.
how you're affected.
It could
by
be that if you're knackered, it takes longer as well. Because we had an amazing holiday, but I was very tired when we got back.
because of COVID.
Well, probably. Bastard.
But you did lots, didn't you?
Oh, we did
So
absolutely
where did you
loads.
go?
We went to Vienna to see some friends, the Solutionizer.
The Solutionizer.
Wonderful, wonderful people.
2 dishwasher man.
2 dishwasher man. And family. And we stayed in their beautiful apartment. And yeah, it was just absolutely wonderful. They were so kind, very generous. We had lots of adventures. It was great.
We did have lots of adventures.
We did. Nearly dying one of them, but
Yeah.
you know, that's
And
great.
Do continue if you can through cough. I would say we will pause if she goes into a
I'm
COVID,
sorry,
a COVID fit.
I'm just a snot bucket, and I do actually have a bit of a snot flap that keeps coming. And I can't actually get rid of it.
Stop it!
Anyway, okay. So the plan was that we would go up this mountain and stay in this hostel time thing, which was very exciting. And we got there. We went up this cable car. It was all beautiful.
Which is fab, isn't it? The
It's
cable cars are fab.
amazing.
Yeah.
And, you know, the teens who hadn't really spoken to each other much because they're embarrassed and they're 13, going on 14, hadn't seen each other for ages. They gelled by talking about how we would die if this fell off the mountain. Okay. So that's how they gelled. Different ways to die. This is great. We get to the top of the mountain. Beautiful, boiling hot day. Drop our bags and set out for our walk, which was about a 2.5 hour walk across a couple of peaks.
Yeah.
Not, you know, nothing strenuously.
Not taxing.
No, a few uphill bits.
Because you can get it's like most walks, but in Austria they're really good because it gives you ideas of the strength and the length of the walk, doesn't it? Usually,
that's what you could do within life generally.
Yeah, strength and the length.
That's a good motto.
Just tell me it's coming. I'm going at you with me strength.
First day, strength and length, please. Yeah, and yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
Hussy.
I'll maybe not see you again.
Anyway, walkways.
So we were walking, and so you know, you're already halfway up the mountain. Well, 3/4 of the way up the mountain anyway. And in the far distance was very dark clouds. And the solution I was laughing at me because I put my finger in the wind, going, "Oh, the wind's going that way. It's fine. It's going over there." So we kept on going and all having a jolly time, and you know, teenagers avoiding each other. But the younger one is a firecracker, and she's great. And she's just chatting away, and we're having a lovely time. Anyway, we get further up this mountain, and the dark cloud is getting quite close.
Getting quite dark.
to the point where we're about an hour and a half away from where we'd started,
So you
and about an hour's away from where to go. Okay. So we were like right in the middle,
and nothing there to go shelter.
No, and then it started raining, and Milo got a bit lightheaded because of his ocular migraine thing. So he was just stopped, and Ant was comforting him a bit. And we were like, right, we need to get. Ant was like, that cloud is coming up that hill quick. We need to get off this hill quick. So Ant goes into sort of brown owl mode.
Okay.
And so we set off down this hill, and then it starts hailing. But it wasn't just little hails. They were the size of fucking golf balls. I've got pictures of them. Fucking fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark. It was rain that you can be in for a second and you soak through.
Yeah.
And fucking hailstones. And the only bushes available were like these little fir bushes. So we threw the kids into these fir bushes and tried to sit on top of them.
Yeah.
But we were getting cuts and bruises from the hails.
They're quite powerful as well. And
the kids are going, we're all going to die, we're all going to die. But at that point we thought, there was moments where we were sitting there going, we've got nowhere to go. This is getting a bit serious. Do we need to call for rescue?
But it was the kids' fault because they'd already discussed how you were going to die. So potentially they were
So there was 5
fate.
minutes of us going, fuck, this is serious.
Yeah.
This is really
It's scary
serious.
though, isn't it? Because the weather can just go from absolutely fine
I
and then
mean,
you're up on the mountain
within
to nothing.
minutes.
Yeah, it is
really,
quite
really
scary.
serious. And so I'm over Milo and Ant's trying to, and when they hit your head, it's like someone throwing a golf ball at you. It was so, I can't even begin to tell you how painful it was. Anyway, then my hand started bleeding from one of the golf balls. And I've still got a lump there, and it still hurts.
So oh,
God!
So what were your friends doing? Were they?
They were the same with their kids.
They'd not been in this ever before.
No, never,
Wow.
ever. So anyway, right in the far distance, there was like this green roof, and we're like, oh, there's something there, but we can't get to it because you can't go out in the hail because it's so painful. And the kids were terrified. So we're like, we've just got to sit this out.
Yeah.
So we were just protecting them, like, fuck.
And you're soaking wet as well.
Soaking wet.
Yeah.
And it was cold all of a sudden. And the path that we'd been walking on turned into like this fucking rushing rivery stream. Anyway, it stopped. The rain didn't stop. The hail stopped. We went, right, now!
Yeah.
We grabbed the kids and they good on them. They stopped from being terrified to being, right, come on!
Let's get out.
And we literally legged it. And I had one of the rucksacks on my forehead and, they just went ahead with the kids and I was behind with this rucksack on my head, this little pink rucksack, soaked through, wet t-shirt competition, white t-shirt on. I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm bleeding, I'm bruised. And I started laughing.
And I've got big tits out.
And I just started laughing. Anyway, they were quite a way ahead of me, and they made it into this hut, and I just thought, I know I'm safe now, so I'm just going to slow down because I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm walking down this path towards the thing, and the little teenager runs out and puts a hand out and goes, Vicky, there's people! Come on!
There's people.
Come, Vic, hurry up! So I get there, not realising that I've got a reservoir on top of my rucksack. Take my rucksack off, and it just goes, ploosh, 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 all over the hall of this little hut, which is kind of like a small hostel. Okay. And there's these 2 German ladies who don't speak a word of English telling us to strip.
Right.
And giving us their clothes. So we're all taking our clothes off and all these women are giving us blankets and stuff. Anyway, I just thought, I'm not sitting in wet knickers.
No.
So I took my knickers off.
Nice.
And
what, in front of everybody?
No, I went to the bottom of the stairs. There was a little cubbyhole. I went in there. I was desperate, not that desperate. I didn't want to scare the kids. I'd already had a fright.
The German woman would be like, I don't speak English, but out.
No.
9. Out.
Oh, bonk.
Bush.
And so anyway, and then we put a string, and it suddenly struck me, there I was, in the middle of this storm, with no undercrackers on, wearing a strange lady's shorts. I just thought,
I hope they've been washed.
She's nice.
Was she naked now, or...
No! They kept coming out with these different outdoor pursuit tops on. So we're all wearing these really weird, different shaped things, and the boys are stood in blankets. Looking like, because it's all wood, they look like they're in a fucking sauna. Anyway, she brings out hot tea.
Good for them.
Oh, they were amazing. They were like little angels. They were.
Angels of Vienna.
Angels of the mountain.
Yeah.
So we started calling it fucking Hail Hill. And the kids were like, Dad, if you ever say I'm going on a walk, I'm never going on a walk with you unless there's absolutely no clouds in the sky. But everyone was really good, but the problem was, so we dried off and they tried to dry our clothes. But we were still an hour away from where we were staying.
Yeah.
And they stopped serving food at 7, and by this time it was 5.
Oh, shit.
And, we were like,
and you had to find it as well, I suppose. I mean,
well, we knew where it was.
Right, okay.
It was a direct path.
Oh, that's all right.
But it was still down and still an hour away.
Yeah.
So we had a bit of apple strudel and some hot tea, which was amazing. And then we said to the kids, right, they said, we've got to put our wet clothes back on, haven't we? We went, yeah, they went, right, come on. So the kids were amazing.
Yeah.
So
they found it a little bit like an adventure, a story.
Well, once they knew they were safe, they were up for it. They were great. So everyone put the cold, wet clothes back on. And we just marched for an hour. Nobody stop. Keep going. Just don't talk. Just keep going. Anyway, everyone was in very good spirits. And
because, like you said, you knew you were safe then.
Yeah.
And you knew where you were going.
And we're all thinking, fucking hell, they're going to close the kitchen. We need to eat.
Starving. Apple strudel's not going to get me through.
So we all just got changed into dry clothes. Didn't bother with a shower. And we just ate the most amazing goulash on the planet. And drank beers.
Because Austrian food's dead, sort of plain and simple, but really nice.
Yeah. And
We've got twat dog in.
And poor, what were we going to call this couple?
Oh yeah, the solutionizer. I can't remember now. Mary and Bob. I don't know.
Mary and Bob. Okay,
Mary
so
and Bob.
poor Mary has
Yeah.
got quite soft skin. She was absolutely bruised to buggeroo.
That's scary.
Honestly, they were this size of a palm.
I can believe it. I've been in quite
a
few storms in Austria, but not been in it. Just watched it.
Oh my goodness! So that was fine, and we were all fine. And then the next day we went like on those, what do you call them? Those slides down the hill.
Yeah, they're like a little toboggan.
A toboggan on a rail.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, great picture.
And and then we swam in the lake on the way back, and then it was all fine. So it was a really nice. And even though it was that, we looked, because the solutionizer, of course, had the trail and our movement on his phone, and could actually see how long we'd been in that storm.
And how long had you been?
20 minutes in that Haley bit, and then 9 minutes to get to the hut. So it was quite a long time, the whole thing, from start to finish.
Yeah. Well, you're soaking right through, and you hurt, and you're a bit frightened.
And you've got the kids.
And you've got the kids, yeah. If you're just with you, it's one thing, but when you've got
and
kids...
they go, we're all going to die! Anyway, everyone was absolutely fine. And so that was the eventful thing. And then we just had such a lovely time, because they're just so lovely. And we just hung out and went to outdoor pools and swam in lakes that were 28 degrees. I mean, it was crazy.
See, Austria is so good for just having things, because the weather is, well, clement most of the time. But it's all outdoors. It encourages people to be outdoors, and that's what I love about Austria.
Yeah.
Everything's about come outdoors, because the stuff to see, the stuff going on, even just for a walk, it's beautiful. So there's a reason to be outdoors.
It's really quiet.
In Austria.
There's no one about.
Yeah, I just love it. I remember when we first went to Austria on our wedding anniversary, first wedding anniversary, and we'd walked up this mountain, and they were doing paragliding off these mountains. So they have to get there's a word for it, the air
thermals.
The thermals have to be right before they jump, and hopefully then it picks up the glider and off they go. So those people going off this, I said, "Oh, stop! Watch what's going on." So lots of people going off this cliff, and then you could see them in the distance going, "God, I'd love to be brave enough to do that." Never going to happen. And then this guy was and ahhing for ages about whether to go, and luckily they've got a team of people and they're just watching. And anyway, they decided the time was right, and he went, and then he just disappeared. So he didn't go out with the thermals, he just went down. And I've never seen people run down a mountain so quick, and then you're thinking, fuck.
And did he do like sort of a weird...
But he seemed to be like forever before he came back up that mountain. So I just still don't know what happened to him, but I know that he was walking up then, and he looked mightily pissed off more than anything.
And very, very pale.
You have to unravel everything, and all the bloody ropes and stuff. But you just go, oh fuck.
Well, there was one point up this mountain where it was a sheer drop, and Ant discovered that he has a bit of vertigo. It was really weird. He was really quiet in the cable car. And I went, "You're right." He went, "Yeah, I think I'm feeling a bit weird." And then he went, "Oh," you went, "Yeah, I don't know why." Yeah. Anyway, we were walking past this drop, and he said to Milo, "Get away from the side of the mountain."
Oh, you see, yeah,
because your legs go weird.
Yeah,
no, I'm not either.
Yeah. I always say to people, if you're on a cable car for any reason, any holiday, always look up where you're going. So go up, look at the mountain, or look up the hill, or whatever is it. Go that way. Because I'm not great with heights, and I've been on loads of cable cars, and I always find that if there's snow below me, I feel all right, because I think, if this falls, snow's soft, it's fine. Just
but
like
you'll just rattle about in the tin can like a peach.
and I'll just keep rolling. But wait, so I just that's what I say. People just look up where you're going, because if you're sat the other way and then all of a sudden you can see how high. I just
see the
sweat.
cable. Weirdly, the cable car didn't bother me. Actually, I thought it would, but no, it didn't. So yes, we had an amazing time, and then the youngest started to feel ill on our last day, and then I said, "Oh, I've got a little bit of a swollen gland on the left. Oh, just sometimes get them if I'm a bit off colour." And then get home on Wednesday and they text to say, we've got COVID. And I tested and I got COVID.
So I just wanted you to go for fuck off. Fuck off.
So poor things, they feel dreadful. But it's not, I mean, I could have picked it up and given it to them. You don't know how long it incubates.
Exactly, you could have got it
no
on the plane
idea.
and brought
So
it.
it could be any of us.
The Solutionizer get it then as well?
No.
Oh, he was quite lucky then.
No, and nor their eldest.
So just the
And
youngest.
Milo and Anthony haven't had it.
Oh, so yeah, that's true, yeah.
But the only thing that me, Mary and the youngest did was we did air candling.
Oh, you were like that? Have you ever done that before? I'm like, no, it's not really my cup of tea. But it was like, well, I'm going to go for as well. Try these things, you might like it.
Things like, so we were like, when we did the youngest, we were like, oh, look at that coming out of there. Oh,
so
man.
all three of you did that?
Yeah.
Ah, so it's obviously from somewhere there then, isn't it? That you
Well,
picked it up,
if one of us had
potentially.
it, then we've obviously passed it.
Mm.
But I don't know. I mean, we could just be in, I don't know. Who knows?
But all three of you went for this thing.
No, we were doing it at her house ourselves.
I see. Right, okay. I thought
Looking
you went somewhere
about. Anyway, so
it just come out then?
well, so we did it, right?
In the hope.
And we were like, oh, look at that orange bit, big lump there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, up comes the solutionizer and go, have you actually tested this? Have you actually tested an ear candle on its own to see what gunk comes out of it when it's not?
Candle.
So he, while Mary was having hers done, he held one to see.
Yeah.
And we opened it up, and the same orange gunk was in the end of that as it was in the end of mine.
Oh,
so we were like,
sake.
oh, for fuck's sake!
I'd love to get that all just...
Just gonna
I'd
get
love to
them
get me,
syringed.
yeah, I'd love to get me syringed. Like just because I get a facial done sometimes, and it's like a really exfoliating facial, but I call it angry muppet kissing.
Oh, and they go,
Around your face, and sometimes you can see the skin bits. And it's got, it's got all that crap off
yeah,
your
but you
face.
see, wouldn't you embarrass about all the dark lumps that would be coming out your ear holes that people they see them all the time?
Yeah, but if you're syringing, if you're that again, it's like that job, isn't it? I'd rather get it done than be the person that's doing it.
Yeah, but you say that all the time, but it's the embarrassment of the person seeing.
Yeah, but you're never going to see you again, are they?
Oh, not unless you go back a second.
No. It's like going on holiday. I'm not keen on having me flesh out on holiday, anywhere. But on holiday, you just think, well, no one's going to ever see me again. I want to say get me flesh out. I'm not walking around the pool with me tits out and me fanny out, nothing like that. But I've got a swimming costume on.
We had an opportunity to go to a nudist bit, we didn't.
Oh, okay. Would you have done?
Yeah.
Would you have got your bits?
Oh, I'm not bothered. I'd have had to shave my bum cheeks, but
In case you just got stuck to a rock. You know what? It's probably not
like
even me.
Fuzzy. I've got fuzzy bum cheeks.
But
I have.
that peach emoji is right up your street.
Oh yeah, I'm proper downy on the own
Proper
arse
downy.
cheeks.
But you think it's like the what's called show, isn't it? Naked Attraction. You always feel a bit uncomfortable about your body, and then you watch that and you go, actually, I'm okay.
Weirdly,
So would a nudist beach be the same?
Weirdly, it's not about sitting about in the nud. It's about going swimming in the nud is the thing that I like
Oh,
doing.
I'd quite like that. Yeah,
That's
I've done
lovely.
That. Yeah, I've done that with friends where you've just found a river, a lake, or
But
pool
I
or
remember
whatever.
being on an island in Greece, and me and Aunt went to this nudist beach because there was no one on it, and there was some sunbathers. There was a very old German couple further down. And anyway, so Aunt's reading his book, everything out, and
Did she lift her skirt up to show
what
you
was he
her
reading? The
tits?
classic, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, this very old beach babe, hippie, with blonde dreadlocks and lots of bangles and wrinkled skin and sort of tie-dye shorts
She's
and a bum bag.
She's lived here.
Yeah, walks down the beach and starts wants money for the sunbeds. So she just comes up to Anthony and asks for blah blah blah.
She's stalkers.
No, she's not. Stalkers.
Okay.
Anyway, then she talks about his book. She goes, "Oh, that's a really interesting book you're reading." Blah blah blah. He goes, "Yeah." But so they're talking about this book. Off she goes, and he goes, Well, I think that's the first time I've talked about English literature with my cock out. She wasn't bothered at all. She's more bothered about the book, which is, because
if that's what you're doing, you're collecting money. One cock is another cock, isn't it?
But I tell you what, though, if you do, you got to make sure you cream your bits.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my things.
Oh,
not about burning.
You don't want to burn your willy or your flaps.
I've burnt my tits before today.
That's not...
When I was in...
What, your nip?
Yeah, just on the top there, just before you pack.
Oh, it's tender.
So I was 17, and I was really conscious. And at 17, to be fair to myself, I'm going to just big up myself here. I had a cracking body at 17, six-pack, gym fanatic. I was in good shape at 17.
Yeah, nice rack.
No, yeah, I was
good knockers.
So I should have had the confidence to go, it's all right.
You just don't, do you?
No, I didn't. But I thought, and my friend went, it's fine, just do it. And so we laid on this thing and eventually got the confidence to take my top off and just thought, well, I'm not going anywhere, I'll just lie.
Yeah.
I'll just lie. And by the end of the day, I'd not, obviously...
Oh, creamed.
Yeah, creamed. So I burnt the top of my tits. Never again I've had my tits out. And also the fact that I just built myself up on this confidence to lie in this bed, and then the fella comes along, mango, banana. Oh, quick, get there. And I was like that. I was like, you have not come to sell bananas and mango. You've just come to see tits.
Yeah, young tits.
Yeah. So so never again. So I've done it once, burnt my tits, never again.
But the thing is about a nudist beach is that no one gives a shit. So it's not like, because everyone's that way inclined. Yeah. I've never been to one where there's millions of people, which might be a bit different. So this was quite a private place, and there was only another old couple who then we discovered were in the next door but one balcony to us. Because every time I went into we're talking a long time ago now, but whenever I went into the sea and I came back, Anthony went, the old German fella keeps watching you. Keeps watching you.
Oh, stop it.
Well, they can fuck off. I just want to go swimming in the Nude.
Oh, see, that's the bit.
So
see,
I've
got when we had NCT group with kids, we had a really great German friend, and she lived in Leeds and then moved back to Germany when the kids were a bit younger. And it was quite common at home, like her mum and dad, they go in the sauna and go to the spa all nude, because it's quite normal over there. I'm like, I don't want to see my dad's bits. I don't want to see my mum's bits. And she said, but then your dad's seen your bits. She said, yeah, but nobody sees it like that.
No.
I'm like, still couldn't. I don't care if it's normal. I don't want to see my dad's ball sack. Ever. Don't ever tell me that's normal.
I've got 2 pants liners on today because of coughing and laughing. Good job. That's never normal. I mean, if you're in a nudist beach and there's lots of other people you don't know... But I don't see in a ball sack anyway.
It is. But to
not
see your dad's ball sack...
attached to someone you know.
No.
You can't unsee that, can you?
But no. But this is what I was sort of... I'm not very good on holiday at doing sit by the pool, but we did manage one in a bit.
Very good sit by the pool.
So I did one day by the pool because it was stupidly hot in Italy, like 37 one day. It's like you can't do anything. And then we went by Lake Garda and we sat there for about half a day. So I did manage.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Which was quite good for me. So this one day I'm sat there and I'm just... because I'm too observant for my own good. And I could write loads of things down, and I did write a lot of the podcasts while I was there, because I've got to do something. I'm not very good at sitting.
Can't you read?
I can't. Yeah, I did. I've read what I was reading. I'd listened to what I was listening to, and I'm like, right, I'm bored now, so I have to do. I just can't sit there and go, ooh, sun. I just can't do it. I'm just shit at it. So anyway, so I'm looking around and I'm looking at all these characters, giving them all names, just people on holiday, and I was just laughing how the men get out the pool, whether they have got a fit body, a dad body, a not so fit body, and they have to walk around like they're an Adonis. Everything gets sucked in.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around like everybody's got to look at everything, got to be sucked in. When I'm walking around in not very often seen swimming costume out in the open, like a fucking lilo where one of the columns has gone down. Hello. But blokes they have to.
They don't do shit.
No, they wear. So there's quite a lot of German blokes.
Oh, right.
Loads of Americans in Italy. Some really nice, some nice, some
knobheads.
Just rude in fucking cafes.
Yeah.
Anywho, but they would, and I was just laughing to myself because I was like, "There's nothing there to be an Adonis about."
It's the speedos with the big belly, which is not a great look, isn't it?
No. But I'm like, out on holiday. It's the only time I don't give a shit because I think I don't know what's going to see me.
No, I don't give a shit.
Ever
What was
again.
quite fun is that when we got to Manchester Airport, Milo, one of the first things he said was, "Right, spot the knobhead." So we played a game called Spot the Knobhead, which is you got to look at you got to find someone who you think just by what they're wearing they're going to be a knobhead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was quite a
That'd
good
be a
game.
really good game. That's
It's a great game.
Like all families in all the same tracksuit. I would think knobhead. Why are you on the same track?
But there was one guy who was, I don't know what language he was speaking. I think it might have been Italian. And we were sitting at this crowded table. And Milo was having a sandwich or something. And I went to the toilet and came back. And Milo's like this, got his hand over his mouth going,
What, really loud?
Well, trying not to be very loud. And I sat down and went, oh! Like that. And this guy's breath was like something had died in his mouth.
Oh my God.
And he was talking a lot on the phone facing us.
Oh!
And Milo was going, oh, guys, his eyes were watering. Because it was just so
It's just the horror, isn't it? The horror of being in that waiting pit, and it is a pit of people
horrible.
While you're waiting to get on that plane, and it just seems to be there's never enough room to find a comfortable seat for your family, not just one, like just in the same area where one of you are on the floor.
If you've got money, pay to sit in a separate lounge, honestly.
We did that for the first time and it was
oh my gosh, I know, check your privilege, but bloody hell, it was awful in there.
Yeah, it is. When we came out, because we thought, I'll be quite quiet. I don't know why we thought it'd be quite quiet.
Shoot yourself there.
But because we were flying at 6:15 in the morning. And I'm less tolerant anyway, just with age. But I just thought I can't do people at 6:15. I can't.
Oh, carry on, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just not a bed dog. I can't do lots of people at 4:15 in the morning. Just no. So I think Steve saw it as right. Well, just book that because then she'll be happy before we get on the plane.
But it's weird though because we hadn't flown for 12 years, so we were a bit trepidatious.
Yeah.
Going to the airport, going, oh, fucking hell, what do we do?
Yeah.
Go on, shout the dog. Shout the dog. Go on.
Stop being a fucking knobhead. Oh, he does. I love him, but he does my tits in. He really does. Just barks at anything and everything.
And what was I going to say?
Trepidation about.
Oh
going
yeah.
To the
So anyway,
airport.
but you check it all in yourself.
Oh, you can now if you've checked in online.
Yeah, you just have to put. Oh, I was like, oh, I can get used to this. You don't have to talk to a person.
But we had it where I think we were flying with EasyJet on the way, and then there was the check-in bits, isn't there? So that you do your own labels, where you what you call it, and then we had to go to then put them in on the little.
Oh yeah, in the separate
with the ladies at the.
Oh no, we didn't do
ladies
that.
And men,
we just
thing. And I
popped
thought,
it in ourselves.
what was the fucking point of that?
Yeah.
What? Who?
I tell you what was a bit
saved?
scary though was getting into Vienna.
Oh, why?
Thank goodness the solutionizer, very clever, on the plane. As we got off the plane, it said, right, get off the plane, get on the bus at the front right door.
Oh my God, that is solution.
Oh, he's done this a lot. And then, soon as you get off, run. And I'm so glad I did because the passport queue to get through was fucking huge.
Oh, right.
And I proper questioned us about everything.
Yeah, while you're there.
Oh, that was it. It was on the way back. It was to get back into
Manchester.
Yeah. And obviously our passports were all absolutely bloody soaking wet.
We've been. Yeah.
So actually, it was. We had to show our passports on the way out of Vienna, so I can't remember.
Yeah,
but the guy was going, well, why is it red? I said, we went up a mountain. He went,
Did he?
Yeah, like stupid Brit.
Yeah.
Of course you fucking did. Idiot. Stupid. Yeah. So yeah, we had a nice holiday. But I have got a new word.
Oh, a new word. We do like new words.
DIlligaf.
DIlligaf.
I
Meaning?
love this. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Brilliant. Do I look like I give a fuck? DIlligaf.
DIlligaf.
How about
Beautiful.
you? I can't believe you've given me an acronym.
I know, you're welcome. I'm not thawing out about them.
DIlligaf.
It sort of happened by accident. I saw it the other day and I was like, ooh, I know who would like that. DIlligaf. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Oh,
I'd love to be able to say that sometimes.
I'm going to know who I'm going to say that to.
I tell you one thing I did realise on holiday was we were at this beautiful pool up above the city. So you could sit in this pool and just look over the city. It was amazing.
Vista.
Yeah, it was where I took a picture of the Dick family.
Oh, yeah, the Dick family.
And...
by the way, that's like a stone sculpture. If you haven't seen Instagram.
Dicks. And women who sit with their... on the edge of the pool. But they don't dangle their legs in. They sit with their knees up against the chest. Okay. So like this.
So it looks like they're going to pretend to dive. But
no, so they're sitting like this.
What, perched?
Perched. So you sort of... you're sitting on your bum.
Okay.
And you've got your arms around your knees. So what's happening is your panani is facing straight outwards.
Yeah, your lips are touching the floor.
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Were they nice slim ladies?
Yes.
Yeah.
But also hairless ladies.
Oh, no hair. Oh.
Mrs. Growler would be out biting people if I was sat at the edge of the pool like that.
If you did that, you wouldn't be able to get up because the hair would stick to the wet surface of the pool and you might...
I'm like fucking Velcroed. And also, my majoras would be like, you know, bloody water snails sucking the edge of the pool trying to find water.
A slug system. You see, but this is what happens, you see, when you're young and athletic or nice and slim or, you know, everything hasn't headed.
And your belly don't get in the way.
No. There's no gunt inside.
Bloody hell, a gunt and a belly, I'm absolutely sunk. I can't. Oh, bloody hell.
And sitting there for that long as well. I mean, I was doing some stretching exercises today and then realised that my mind is very fit with regards to how athletic I think I am. But my body's like, fuck off. I fire you fuck. So I've always been quite, I can't think of the word, balanced quite well. And I lifted my left leg up to stretch that. Could I really lift my right leg up? No, I couldn't hold it.
It's weird.
So I had to get my left hand to hold my right leg. Right, so that's a challenge, isn't it? So that means that's my challenge, to be able to hold my right leg backwards in my and then you've got a woman sitting there.
Yeah, because it's good. You've got to be able to. What you've got to be able to do is stand on one leg with your eyes closed, because
that shows your balance, doesn't it? And it's meant to be
your
good
age
as you get
as
age.
well.
Yeah,
meant to be able to do that.
But showing beautiful young people. When we were in Italy, in Florence, we did 2 days in Florence, which was fabulous. Very hot again. Spot the tourists, the ones that are sweating so much.
Not sitting there smoking with a little espresso.
No. Italians don't sweat. I've come to the conclusion. And we were right at the bottom, so beautiful area, a lovely square with some sort of column in the middle. And at night when we came back, there was always someone either singing, like there was 2 opera singers, a female and a male. And it was just fab because the acoustics in the square were amazing. Off all these old buildings. And in Florence, everything's really tall. So they're like floors and floors. So you'd come back and you could hear just down the little streets this echo of this tenor singing. Just fab. But right at the bottom of that is when there's like a mile of where all the designer shops were, and every single designer shop you could ever think of was on this street.
Oh my word!
Like Gucci, Balenciaga,
LV.
Versace, Prada, absolutely everything. I'm like, oh yeah, it was just miles of it. Obviously, we just looked at the window like plebs because there's no way we were going inside. And there was like a pair of Ugg boots, which I'm not a fan of. After Crocs. Ugg boots for like 1,600 quid.
What?
Yeah, and they were just, I'm like, why? And then this was in the Prada window, Ugg boots, and then a pair of jeans that looked like someone had been wearing them to do some sort of DIY in. I was just like,
all right, Granny.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. I was like, I'm feeling old. But the people that were shopping, so there was quite a few, it's like a short high street, quite a few very posh cars who were drivers and dropping people off and collecting people.
Oh my goodness.
And the men that came out, little tiny petite Italian men in sharp suits, and they were so sharp, their fucking crease on their arm could like knock you and cut you. They were just so smart. And the women coming out with, because it's quite a thing in Europe still, I think. Smoking is huge.
Yeah.
It's such a social thing. And they'll be coming out with their cigarettes. And a fucking cat on the shoulder also smoking a cigarette. So fucking posh. And I just like, you know, I'm like that. I was just fascinated because I am a people watcher, so I'm like,
oh, I love it. It's just coiffed and beautiful.
Yeah, they just dripped money. But I was like, there's us all sweating bastards walking past, going, fucking hell. Like, they could just, you know, just watch us. They just didn't care. They're far too posh and far too slim and lovely.
Didn't notice you love.
No, they didn't. Not whatsoever. But it was, I would recommend anyone to go to Florence. Florence or Rome. Quite beautiful cities, because you've got the old
in Rome, actually.
The old and the new. And it messes with your mind a little bit. And
I bet.
We got a golf cart to take us around the city. One, because it was too hot, and two, you would never have seen it in the time that we were there. And I would highly recommend it. So if you ever go to any city and they offer little tour guides and golf buggies, go.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
It was a brilliant idea. It was so good. And he was so nice. Little family business. Found them on Instagram. And a little electric cart. And they just took it even down the back streets where you would never go.
Yeah.
And he was just amazing. And he just kept saying, because his English was very good, but he kept apologising for it. And then he kept saying, you must know. You must know. And I was like, I must know. And he said it about 50 times. And you must know. And I say, what can I tell him? That to change it a little bit.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
literally.
Literally. But it was very good. And
that sounds really nice.
It was. Florence is beautiful, but I think, as Britons, because we're really shit in the heat, that I think we're going to see people taking their holidays if, obviously, climate change keeps making it really hot.
Unless you've got kids, because the charges for school absences are going up.
But it's too hot. It's not comfortable heat.
No. Oh, it's all right in Vienna, actually. I think the top was 33.
Yeah.
32, 33.
But it's still hot to do stuff,
hot,
isn't it? Unless you go up a mountain and get twatted by hailstones, then that's different. Bit cooler.
But I think it makes a difference when someone lives there, because they just know the city and they just...
Yeah.
You just see a different side to it. It was just so good.
Because you would never have gone the bits that they took.
No.
Yeah.
You know, and then... going to those beautiful pools with the Watterdick family, and then walking across the hill to a vineyard for the afternoon.
Oh! See, it's all outside. It's all about enjoying the outside.
It was amazing. Deli board and their wine.
It's a simple thing, though, isn't it? Being somewhere where you can just have a glass of wines.
And then just walk down the hill to the tram to get home 10 minutes later. And because the kids knew the way around town, we were ahead of the kids, and Solutionizer said, I'll leave them, they can get the train back themselves. So Milo was on the tram with the girl.
Oh, that's quite good, because they just knew.
Yes, they just knew. So it was like, this is really cool.
Yeah. So that's very good holiday, isn't it? That's because I was reading an article about, before we went, it was like 8 out of 10 kids are bored going abroad.
Oh, that's interesting.
But
because it's beach holidays, you mean?
Well, is it all-inclusive holidays they're bored of? So, are they going to... Because there are, not everyone does this, but they are, a lot of inclusive holidays are go for 2 weeks, stay in the same place, a couple of pools to choose from, entertainment at night time, parents get drunk.
See, that would drive me nuts.
So bored of that continuous thing, because that's no fun for me.
That's people's holidays, isn't it?
But some people's holidays, but if that's an all-inclusive for 2 weeks...
Oh, no.
Couldn't do it. And it's the same thing, and you've just got a couple of pools to... No, not a fan. But what we did do in Italy, which is... you'll be shocked that my feet didn't burn in all the churches I went in. You went into churches? Christy, what's going on? What made you do that? Because you've got to when you're somewhere like that. Because well, I do love a church, though. I do like a church, because they're quite peaceful places. And it's like... That's why I like art galleries for the same. I like... Because everyone has to be quiet. I don't know why they have to be, but they do.
No, I know,
and they
it's
are,
weird, isn't it?
because it's a respectful thing, isn't it? Like art galleries, why are people quiet in art galleries?
That's because I suppose you're meant to be overtaken by the picture and just have time to... And the sculpture. Yeah, and just absorb it quietly in your own little head.
Yeah. But I do like that atmosphere of just hushed tones, but people I know, and I can't believe it or not. I quite like. I can just sit there on a pew, just listening, watching.
We could never go on holiday together, Kristen. We won't be allowed.
Just a half an hour, and then I come out.
We had a wander around the church with two spires. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's more
amazing.
so. I love art.
Half an hour's fine for me though.
Yeah. But if you go somewhere like Rome or Florence or somewhere that's just
they're absolutely peppered with them, aren't they?
But what fascinates me more so is people's faith. So obviously, I think it's 90% of people in Italy are Christian. So quite a huge amount, and their faith is so important to them, and I find that fascinating. And you can see how important it is by their churches, even if it's like the little chapel down the road or this big, huge cathedral that's been there since 1205 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's the art that's gone into it, the preserving stuff, everything in it just blows my mind, because it's like, but how did they have this before? Like, they had these botanical pharmacists where they got colour to paint on the walls from the flowers and the plants.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And then paint all this stuff, and all that shit interests me. Yeah. So, and then I'd love to get in a really fast car and go somewhere. So yeah.
You sound like you had a lovely time.
I did. I loved it. It was great.
Did you have any taste sensations?
No, I was really disappointed in the food in Italy. Really disappointed.
Was it a bit touristy?
They had more so. Florence wasn't too bad, but Lake Garda, far too touristy. Pizza, focaccia, or as I like to say, focaccia. Would anybody like a focaccia sandwich? No, Mum would like a focaccia sandwich, or a pizza or pasta, which is not great when you're a wheat wanker.
So what did you eat? Lettuce for the old
Well, good. Luckily, Italians do fish quite well, but and I don't mind fish, but. It was. I tried this. They'd made their own pasta, and I thought I might be all right with that. Let's try it. No. Let's go out there. And I was all right. But it was like a carbonara, their own pasta, like a yellowy sort of carbonara sauce, and bacon. That was it. No garlic, no onions, no herbs. Nothing.
Carbonara is notoriously sort of unseasoned, though, isn't it?
It was boring as well. Boring, and I was like, when you've just come back and you think, well, you needed to get a donkey and go up a hill and see a nonna, like to get the authentic Italian.
Yeah, you do.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, because we went out for schnitzel one lunchtime.
Schnitzel.
It was a bit,
Depends where you get it.
Well, yeah, it was alright. But because Mary and this family had been in Beijing for 6 years,
very nice,
and she'd worked there before, she speaks fluent Chinese, so we went out for a Chinese meal one night and had the most amazing Chinese, because she knows exactly what to order.
Yeah,
it was so good.
That's what you need. You need people like that on holiday
amazing.
all the
So
time.
there we were having really good Chinese in Vienna.
Yeah, I had when we went to
very weird
Italy when we were on our honeymoon. We went to Tuscany, a part of the honeymoon, and we couldn't find anywhere. Everything had closed down. The vineyard had closed down where we were. It was like out in the sticks. No. And we'd managed to drive to this only restaurant that we could see in the distance.
Yeah.
Got in, and it was a Bavarian German restaurant.
Oh.
The menu was fucking huge, like a Bible, and none of it was in English. And the German people couldn't speak Italian or English. I was like, what are we going to do? So I ended up getting gnocchi and chips.
Gnocchi, not gnocchi. You what a dick. Gnocchi.
I even know it's gnocchi.
Okay.
Gnocchi and chips. And the waiter looked at me. Honestly, I'm sure he went back to the kitchen and went, fucking English, fucking ordering this shit. And Steve, when everything came out, Steve went, why didn't you show them the stroganoff like me? Didn't fucking say it.
Just big plate of yellow.
I just had beige food. Chips and gnocchi. Yeah. Gnocchi and chips for me, please. Thanks.
Oh dear. Anyway, did you know that a pig orgasms for 30 minutes?
What a lucky bastard.
Sometimes 90.
Does it depend on the male pig? Is it the male pig that's orgasm or the female pig?
No, the female. Oh, I don't know. Now you've asked.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off alarm.
Yeah? Can you imagine? You'd be bloody knackered. You'd be like, you'd definitely have a headache a lot more times than you would not.
You would.
You'd never have sex with teenagers in the house if it was 30-minute orgasm.
Not if you're there.
Not unless you could get dressed and still keep having it.
I'm
just going to go do the washing up.
Yeah, just put the watch in. Get it out. The adipose.
Wolverine.
We're just going to take the dog for a walk.
Especially if it was a 90-minute job. Go to the supermarket. What would you like? Cream.
I'm actually going to shoot myself laughing. It's like the whole EastEnders omnibus.
Would you like a bag of that? Yeah!
I can't breathe.
Imagine driving. Jesus.
Oh, Phoebe fucking kangarooing all the way down Main Street. And then people that get to know you be like, oh, she's at it again.
Oh, she's fucked. If it was a bloke male pig, he'd probably just wait until it passes. Women, we have to get on with shit.
Oh God, can you imagine trying to paint your toenails? And pluck your eyebrows.
Oh, God, fucking ain't having no
I've only
eyebrows
got one
left.
eyebrow. Don't ask.
Was it worth it? It was. It was good. This one was 90. 90-minute orgasm.
Bloody hell.
I wonder how that... And not knowing either, you can have a 30-minute, which is expected.
You get to 30 minutes and you're like, oh, please stop. Please stop. Oh, fucking hell, 32, here we go. Oh, I'm in it for the long haul.
Hold the reins. That would be good. Yeah, but if it's the male... I mean, it's only fair if you're both gonna...
Yeah, if it's the male and he's still at it and you're like, oh, for goodness sake,
Yeah.
Lee, hurry,
Yeah. You orgasm along, but can I just pop off?
Yeah, can I just get your hand? Use your own hand. There you go, carry on.
Yes.
Go for broke.
Finish yourself.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
It's so horrible.
I hate that. Finish yourself. Oh, that actually makes me... Oh. Do you know, I was retching on the way here, actually, in the car.
Thanks. Going to see her.
No, I was listening to a podcast, which I really love. It's Memory Lane podcast with... You tried to listen to it, but you couldn't. But I think you got the wrong guest. And they were talking about going on holiday and how she'd ordered this French onion soup. And she knew when it arrived it wasn't right. And she said it was grey. Well, for some reason, that really set me off.
Oh, because you had a picture in your head.
Ugh. I can feel myself going down.
Go back to a pig orgasm.
Oh.
I'm extremely emotional. Oh, there she goes. The
Go on.
COVID cough. I'm extremely emotionally needy, non-binary person. My pronouns are there.
Oh, gosh. Please.
Sarah Keyworth, come on! I love a bit of Sarah Keyworth. We're going to see her in October. Can't wait. Looking forward to seeing her.
A poo facial.
Ah, yes.
Have you seen this?
Yes, I think I might have added
Bloody
it on
hell,
to our
what
Instagram
depraved
page.
lunatic thought that was a good idea?
She's not a young girl that's done it, though.
Yeah.
Because there was like...
Suggests there are nearly 100 billion bacteria per gram of wet stool, and then someone goes, yeah, I'll just stick it on my face. Because that'd be a fucking great idea. That'll clear me blackheads. Fucking shit. For goodness.
They
Wrong
had-
with people!
It was TikTok that had to put out a disclaimer, a warning, going, don't follow this dickhead. Whatever don't put shit on your face.
On
Start
earth?
Yeah.
Possessed.
She's there. She's a picture of her with shit on her face.
Pasting it on.
Yeah.
She wasn't even, eyes weren't watering, she wasn't retching.
But how do we know that it was? She just might be saying to see who did it.
Could have been Nutella.
Yeah.
Ah.
But disgusting. Putting shit
I
on
was
your
like,
face.
you depraved
Yeah.
weirdo.
It's like people who drink their own piss, though, isn't it?
Oh, why would you do
I don't know. There's so many other
Only if you're in a desert and you're about to die.
Yeah, because there's
Fine.
so many other options. You don't need
So
to.
many other options.
Need to do it.
I'd even drink Mountain Dew before my own piss. And that's saying something, because that's full of fucking plastic.
Yeah. So, that is just wanting to be desperately famous on TikTok, isn't it? Either she's pulling a fast one, hoping to see who's going to do it, or she's just got what she wanted, which was Just some publicity.
She looked like a discount Oompa Loompa. I think I've actually pissed myself. I've got to take Marley shoe shopping straight after
Oh,
this.
fucking school shoe shopping.
I only realised
It's
yesterday
the
it's got no
worst.
school uniform. I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Where'd you get yours from then?
Well, wherever I can.
Do you not have a uniform shop for your school then?
Yeah, but they're £17 a pair.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It's the school shoes, just shopping with the school.
Well, now he's men's sizes, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to
So
go to the
expensive.
designer outlet, to the discount shop.
Yeah. With the Clarks there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's where we've got ours.
you're going to spend £50 because he's got big fucking feet now.
Yeah. We got ours just before, because the little young one's feet were just like, you know, like where you're desperate for them just to carry on wearing them before the summer holidays.
Mars was like that. They're hurting. I went, they'll do.
Yeah.
We've got 4 weeks.
Walk, fine.
And he had a big hole in the knee of his school trousers. Mum went, no.
You're going to be off for 6 weeks. We're not buying anything new. Because that's what kids do. They grow in that 6 weeks.
They really do, and you don't think they're going to. I've fallen foul of that before.
Yeah. So, but back school shoe shopping for... I hate it.
Well,
Luckily
I've said
we
to him,
did
look,
ours
we're
before.
going to have a Mackie D's, treat ourselves to get through it.
To get through it.
So we're going to go shoe shopping, have a Mackie D's.
That's a good idea. That's a
I've
good
actually,
incentive.
but there's no fucking school trousers, age 14, grey ones, on the fucking planet.
Grey? Yeah, that's when you don't see grey school shoes
my
trousers anymore. They're either
bloody
black
hell.
or blue, aren't they?
I mean, I'm scraping the barrel here. I've ordered them on Amazon
Oh, God.
to find out what. So they're coming Friday.
There's nothing on M&S school shop.
No, all gone. Because they've got to be dark grey. They can't be black.
Oh, like proper old school dark grey.
Yeah.
God, where are you going to get them from?
Well, they are actually prevalent. You can get them everywhere, but they're all sold out. Because I've left it too late because I'm a knobhead. I'm not that kind of mother. The only reason I remembered was because I went to Tesco for something else and saw the fucking racks. I went, oh, fucking hell, it's school next week. Didn't even cross my mind.
Well, we've got to go and get pants on Friday because he's... I don't know if he's grown. Well, his legs might have grown again. Just his legs. And we've got to
I
go
have
to
to
the
buy
uniform
my
shop.
next pants now.
Yeah, but there are schools very particular because their uniform has little logos on them, like embroidered logos.
On the trousers?
On the trousers, so you can
Oh,
only
for
get them from the
fuck's
uniform
sake.
shop.
That's just tight.
Yeah, it's shit.
That's
isn't it?
just bloody
Yeah.
shit.
But that's generally because there was a lot of generally females, not all, generally females that would wear their own type of trousers. Or skirts,
yeah.
And then the
been
policy
told not
goes
to
out
wear
the
leggings.
window. Yeah, the policy goes out the window, so then the school get harsh and go, right, there's only skirts, and because they just like roll them up so tight to see next week's washing, don't they?
Yeah, bloody hell.
But we did it with like
Yeah.
push down socks or tights and little tiny skirts.
Yeah.
And they do it. But the
And
school
then
just won't
it's funny,
enough.
isn't it, how each generation has a different thing they do with their tie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thin ties, fat ties, short ties.
Yeah. I just think
They're not allowed to do that now. They've got clip-ons at his school.
Yeah, but I think she should get rid of them. Who
But they
the
get
fuck wears a
detention
tie?
if they forget the tie.
But who wears a tie nowadays?
No, I know.
You go
Yeah.
even if you're going into an environment where you have to dress.
When I went to Barclays for Mum's power of attorney. He was there in a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
Hello, Vicky, come in.
Yeah, nobody
Like,
wears.
this is a
Nobody
bit.
wears. I've not. Maybe an older generation will still wear a suit and tie, or if you're going to an event or whatever.
The
it is,
only
work.
time Anthony has worn a tie is at a wedding.
Yeah, but you don't
never
see.
had a job where he wears a tie.
So I just think schools should like have a shirt or a collar where it's got the school colour on it, and just abandon the ties. Just move forward the school uniform because they're wearing them like suits, and nobody even wears a suit at school, at work if they're in that environment. It's just stupid.
So are you a folder or a scruncher? This has been bothering me.
A folder or a scruncher? Depends what you're talking about.
Well, when you're having a poo. Of course. When else would you fold or scrunch, for goodness sake?
I'm thinking of your washing.
Oh, fucking folder, what fucking scruncher?
Not a scruncher, not when I've spent ages hanging them on a fucking line.
A folder.
Of course. What lunatic would be a scruncher?
What would you do with a scrunch? How could you
Just
wipe
goes
with a
everywhere.
scrunch?
You might as well just go on and get a bloody knife and spread it.
I mean, everyone's butthole would be is enough to wipe. It's not like a small thing where you scrunch and dab.
Like a bingo marker.
So there is no other solution.
That would be cheaper, wouldn't it?
You have to fold a wipe.
Well, yeah, because then your middle finger goes in the crevice, and that's like a little pooper scrape, like a strigil. As Romans used to scrape the sweat off their bodies.
But why would you scrunch? It wouldn't even make any sense.
Well, because I remember having to educate Milo in how to wipe your bum. When you know when they're little.
Yeah.
And they just
fucking
pull off 20 sheets and scrunch it. I'm like, don't you go near your arse with that. It's going to go everywhere. Take 3 sheets, fold, wipe.
Yeah, simple. Who the fuck scrunches?
I don't know.
Because women, you have to go from front to back, so you wouldn't be able to scrunch.
No, you'd have a brown line all the way up your coccyx back. Oh, but you wouldn't, because it would spread it everywhere. It would be all over the top of your bum cheeks.
That'd be nice in a nudist beach. See who scrunches new wipe. Who scrunches?
Oh, she's got a big skin mark. And then come and sit on the beach lounges.
See, that's one thing to check now. You're very welcome. That when you go to a beach lounge in a nudist beach,
got no skidders on it.
Check your
You did hear about that. That reminds me of that girl whose Saturday job was cleaning kilts. You've heard of this before?
I have not. Cleaning kilts? What do you have to do to clean a kilt?
Well, her job was to steam the quilts.
Yeah.
To steam the kilts when they'd been returned from hiring them.
Yeah.
And they smelt of shit because they don't wear undercrackers when they're in the.
But how does she
and they
know
don't wipe their
smell of
ass.
shit?
Because you can smell the shit, Christine.
But that's big shit if you're smelling it. I mean, if you get
Well, yeah.
to go there or
No, but if you're steaming it. Her Saturday job was steaming the
shit off a kilt.
Yeah,
that was her Saturday job.
Did you hear of that bride who married a guy, and he sat down next to her, and he got a skid mark on her dress, and she just wanted to divorce him.
That's disgusting.
Never hire a kilt ever.
And also the fact that means he's a scruncher.
Yeah, or not a non-wiper completely, like a dropper and go.
Yeah, I just don't understand the no pants under a kilt either.
No, because I don't want to see Sainsbury's chicken anytime soon, ever.
You don't want the wind to catch you. You just see a bollock hanging.
Oh!
You just don't. And the
little bald hairy friend. Hello.
What's like a sporran, but a bit lower.
Oh no!
You don't want to see that, do you? Because if you're gonna wear a kilt and it might get cold, then obviously the willy goes in to hide, but the ball sacks don't. They just dangle.
Yeah, but they might just suck up a little bit.
Yeah, but not as much as the willy does.
No, they won't go inside like the willy does. Like
so
a little peanut, isn't it?
You just have this the wind.
Oh, I remember when I was stage managing with Brian and what do we call them in Friends?
She's pointing. Brian?
My posh friends.
Oh, your posh friends. Not Bridget. I know who you mean. Not Elizabeth. What did we call them?
Anyway, I was stage managing with her.
Episode 17, they're on there.
And I had to sort this. Stop it. What a dick. Anyway, I had to sort out this bandage on the knee of one of the actors, right?
Yeah.
And it was a bandage that he had to put on very quickly in the play and then be able to take it off.
Yeah.
So I had to fit it around his knee, sort of with this classic thing. So anyway, he had on a pair of shorts and I was sitting down next to this chair and I said, just put your leg up there so I can get this bandage on to measure it.
Yeah.
And as soon as he did it, a bollock dropped out. And it was about 4 inches from my face. Well, my friend saw it, then looked at me, and then bit a fist and fucking walked out the room and left me with this fucking bollock. And I couldn't say anything to this poor guy.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
Because he'd been so embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I'm having to wrap this bandage around with this bollocks, just like
looking at you.
eye level.
Oh my god! Oh my god! There's just nothing worse than a bollock.
Oh, they're horrible.
It's like Alan Partridge's sketch, isn't it, with his shorts on and his bollock hangs down the PT shorts. It's just the worst thing ever.
Just the funny little things, aren't they?
Oh, they're just so disgusting, though, aren't they? I mean, you could think they would make them nicer, but they're just.
What do you mean that? Put a fringe on them? A couple of tassels.
Less. They're just like
a mountain scene.
like a mural on each bollock.
A sand picture.
Yeah. Someone's face.
Yeah, but there's googly eyes.
The face of the owner. Yeah, but even like the Ooglies, which used to be a kids' programme years ago.
The Ooglies.
And they used to put eyes on everything, whether it was a kitchen appliance or a vegetable.
Look, oogly eyes. To do that to Steve when he's fallen asleep one morning.
Just put oogly
Get
eyes.
to the toilet and go, fucking hell, what's that?
But that would make it. Oogly eyes on things make things much better anyway. So people used to do it in shopping centres, didn't they? And
Just
supermarkets could just put oogly eyes where they look like they should
one
go.
of Aunt's uncles does it to all the food products in the house.
See,
he doesn't tell people, he just puts them on.
So you could do that on bollocks. Just put oogly eyes on bollocks and it'd just make it so much better. You'd laugh then, wouldn't you?
It could be peripatetic business.
That's a big word.
Doesn't it mean travelling around?
Peripatetic. Say that again.
Peripatetic.
Oh, I don't know. Anthony, what is it?
He's going to laugh at me going, it's not that, darling. Why didn't you just
Travelling around.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I'm not saying you're wrong, so I've never heard of it.
Hell.
Peripatetic.
Anyway, do you realise that if you sit on the loo too long, it causes blood to pool in your anal vessels? So you've got to be careful. So none of this...
So none of you sitting on the toilet with your phone then?
No. So you've got to do what they call a 90s poo, haven't you?
What's a 90s poo?
When you used to go for a poo in the 90s...
Before your phone.
Before your phone.
When you read the bleach bottle, because
yeah, because you're sitting there going fucking desperate, going, oh, it's not anytime soon. What can I read?
Yeah, but what did we do before phones? I mean, people always go, "Hey, don't take my phone to the toilet."
Well, they fucking do.
They fucking do. People do.
You read the back of the shampoo bottle and go, "What the fuck's in that?"
Yeah.
Why am I putting that on
here? Because I always use that actually, called 11 o'clock poo time. So I always say to people when I'm teaching them about more optimum times of posting information on your...
Oh, okay.
Is certain times when people are more likely to read, so that your information comes at the top of the newsfeed. So you're travelling.
When people are likely to poo.
11 o'clock poo time, because they've had their coffee. It's not quite lunchtime, so they'll take the phone to the toilet.
Oh,
around 11 o'clock poo time. So people always look at me and go, oh, "But you're right. I know I am." People go, "Oh, I'm just going for a poo. 11 o'clock. Take the phone. 11 o'clock poo time." 11 o'clock is quite an optimum time.
You need to be careful because you're going to get bloody anal vessels.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because you sat there with your arse open on a toilet. That's one thing.
And because when we don't poo with our knees up.
Oh, yeah, because that's how you're meant to, isn't it?
Then
yeah.
Your bumhole just opens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In a way that's not natural.
Your feet on a stool while you stand.
It's just all about the stoolage.
Stoolage, yeah.
Stoolication. Stoolism. Stoolology.
Stoolology, I like that. I'm just going for the stoolology to release my stoolism.
So, one of the things that I've noticed over, and this tends to happen more over the summer holidays, and it's a proper ick for me, actually makes me a little bit shivery and a bit gaggy.
Okay.
And it's when people take photographs and they pull the tongue out.
What the fuck? See?
God.
It does my pissing head in.
What is that? It's not cute and funny.
On the side?
Or like that. In the front. I'm cheeky.
Like
You're
that.
fucking weird. Stop it.
It's
grim.
Why
I don't want to see your tongue.
No.
A tongue is a weird thing that should be kept in your face.
Yeah, it's like the man in the boat sticking it out. But on your face.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because we've likened.
Yeah,
we've likened the man in the boat to your mouth.
So your lips and your tongue, man in the boat.
Well, that's where Mrs. Growler came, was she's got teeth.
Yeah. So why do it? What is it? It's the side thing.
Oh, but flicking out, it makes your mouth look like a bumhole. When you do that. And it makes your tongue look like thick.
Yeah.
Like girth
tongues
on
are
it.
horrible, aren't they? They are
I
horrible
mean, think
things.
about it.
Yeah.
They're really weird. No, because they've got a mind of their own. And they're just flapping about in your mouth. Think about it.
Depends what you use them for, though.
Licking ice creams.
Yes, chomping food and go, tasty.
But if you don't have a tongue, I don't know how to
No, I can't get a workout, could you?
But it's weird, isn't it, how it works?
That is
But if you
horrible.
think about it as a thing on its own, it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's like if you see a cow's tongue in the butcher.
Yeah, quite nice meat, though.
Oh, that's not. What's wrong with you? What a dick! Tongue sandwiches, back to 1940s.
Oh, it is. I just see that's why I
My
like
mum
them.
likes a tongue sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm here all week.
And there's the title of episode 19.
Oh no, she's gonna fucking kill me. She doesn't know. Oh. Stop it. Oh, the dog's smelling me crotch because I've wet myself.
I think most mums like a tongue sandwich, to be fair.
If they're born in the 1940s, they like a tongue sandwich.
So that's why I like them, because it reminds me of my grandparents, and she always had tongue in.
That's the 19th. See, my dad was
Have you
never...
got any tongue?
We're gonna die. I can't
I
breathe.
was always dying with a bit of mustard on.
Ooh.
Tongue sandwich and a mustard.
Oh God, crying.
But you don't see it very often, and I'll find it in our butchers. So now and again, if it is in, I will
You'll buy it.
purchase tongue.
We're going back to behind the bike sheds now. Oh, fucking hell. I'm glad I didn't wear mascara today.
Yeah, where did tonguing go? Where did tongue go?
Back around with fingering.
But even it's a question now, you could ask in sort of the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever. But now, just like, have you got any tongue?
I dare you to go to a deli counter.
Can I have half a pound of tongue?
Oh God, that's fucking
It's
gross.
yeah, you can never ask. It's like when you ask the window cleaners to clean your back doors. There's no other way of asking. There's no other way. I've tried.
Can you get your squirty thing and do my back doors while it...
There's no other way to ask him, can you come round and clean my back doors?
I can't get breathy.
There's no other way. I've been like trying over the years to find other words. You know the doors that are in my garden, that's at the back of my house. 2 French windows.
Can you give them a going
Can you
over?
give them a going over? It's just like it's too long. It's too long. But even
Bloody
asking
hell.
somebody, do you want a tongue sandwich?
I've got some tongue in. Fancy it? No thanks. Don't go around Christine's house for your tea. You know. Fuck's sake.
Funny.
How long have we been going?
Quite a bit. I think we're nearly at the end, but we've decided that. All right, we haven't decided. I just suggested this morning
go on.
that because obviously it's really difficult to find angels of the north.
Oh yeah.
And the stories and finding people. There's probably somewhere, and if somebody wants to point us in that direction, that's great. On our Instagram page, and we have got a Facebook page.
Damn
But
pop
it's a good job we've got a cover on it.
I haven't.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You should see your pants.
I think I've got a wet patch. I do. I've got a wet patch. Stop it. I've got no control over anything at the moment.
So if anybody can guide us to any Angels of the North, or where it would be good to find good stories, then...
Because we can only spot the pricks, it's really annoying.
Yeah, or the rude stuff, like you said.
Oh, I get distracted by the rude stuff.
Yeah, so, send us. But we thought what would be good is to do a segment called A Business Up North. So we could shout about cool businesses, obviously independent ones. We're all coughed out.
Yeah.
We thought we'd start off with our first business up north, of a wonderful roasting company called Cielo or Clo.
CLO.
Yeah, Clo.
Clo.
Because it used to be called Cielo, Cielo, and nobody could pronounce it ever.
Celios.
Cello.
Celios.
Nobody could pronounce it, and it was just like, think of the colour sea yellow. That's what I used to say to people.
Yeah.
Sea yellow, and then you're sort of halfway there.
Yeah, no.
But they are a really nice coffee roasters, and they support farmers in Uganda, which is nice. And they've been out to Uganda a couple of times.
Yep.
Haven't they? And they make sure that the farmers are getting paid well. It's all fair trade, so they can then send.
And all the cups they do are all biodegradable, and all the packages is.
Yeah, packages is. So you can go on to cielocoffee.com and you can order subscription coffee to your door.
And they do nice little Christmas packs.
Oh,
so
they
do
do.
12 days of Christmas
Yeah,
coffee
they do.
packs.
So
they did do. I hope they'll do them again this year. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because they've done them a couple of years on the road, now, haven't they? But we, being coffee fans, whether you're a full-on, full-body, wake-me-up coffee like me, or a decaf wanker like you.
I don't want to be a decaf wanker.
Yeah, but you just don't like the effect that coffees can do. But the thing about the subscription with Cielo is that each month you get a subscription coffee, 2 big bags, I think it's a kilogram in total, and then each month you can get the different types of coffee, so you can try varieties. Yeah. So it's my bloody alarm that keeps going off. It's work alarm. So cielocoffee.com.
Have a look.
That's where we get our coffee from. And it's good shit.
I've peaked now. The rest of the day I'm gonna feel shit.
Because you've laughed yourself silly.
Yeah, because I've used all my energy up now. I've got to go fucking shoe shopping.
I identify as a perimenopausal woman. My pronouns are try me. See ya.
Bye.